You eat 3 meals a day. You open a fridge, grab whatever you want, and never think twice. Now erase all of that. No fridge, no farm, no fire, at least not always. Just you, a frozen wasteland stretching to the horizon, temperatures plunging to -40, and a stomach screaming for calories. Welcome to dinner in the Ice Age, where every single meal was a fight for survival, and what our ancestors ate would make your stomach turn. Or would it? Because some of what they discovered, we still eat today, and we have no idea. If you're new here, Ages of Survival uncovers the forgotten survival secrets of our ancient past stories that change the way you see human history. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Let's get one thing straight. The Ice Age wasn't just cold, it was a calorie apocalypse. Here's the math. In freezing conditions, your body burns between 3,000 and 5,000 calories a day just to stay warm. That's 3 times what you burn sitting in your heated apartment. Every breath, every step drains your energy like a leaking fuel tank. And if you don't replace those calories, your body starts eating itself. First your fat, then your muscle, then your organs. Starvation can kill in 3 weeks. Finding food wasn't a hobby. It was the single most important thing a human being did every day for tens of thousands of years. Get food or die. And the world around them was trying to kill them at every turn. Mammoths, woolly rhinos, giant bison, incredibly dangerous. Plants buried under snow, rivers frozen solid, a wasteland of ice and wind. So what did they eat? The answer is far stranger and far more brilliant than you think. Let's start with the big one, the woolly mammoth. For decades, scientists assumed Ice Age humans were obsessed mammoth hunters, brave warriors, charging at 13-ton beasts with stone-tipped spears. The image is epic, it's dramatic, and it's mostly wrong. Here's the truth. Hunting a mammoth was suicidal. These animals stood 13 feet tall, weighed more than 2 African elephants combined, and could crush a human being with a single step. A direct charge with a spear? That's not bravery, that's a death sentence. But a study published in Science Advances in 2024 changed everything. Researchers analyzed the bones of an 18-month-old Clovis infant from Montana, 13,000 years old. Through isotopic analysis of the baby's bone chemistry, they reconstructed the mother's diet. The results were stunning. Her nutritional profile was almost identical to the scimitar cat, a predator that specialized in mammoth. Mammoth meat wasn't an occasional feast. It was a staple. But they didn't hunt them the way we imagined. Evidence suggests early humans used landscape traps driving mammoths into bogs, off cliffs, or into narrow valleys. They used fire to herd them. They stalked wounded animals for days until they collapsed. They didn't overpower the mammoth, they outsmarted it. And when a mammoth finally fell, nothing was wasted. Absolutely nothing. And that brings us to one of the most shocking discoveries in food archaeology. Imagine you've just helped take down a mammoth. The meat is being stripped, the hide is being claimed, but the most valuable part of the animal? It's hidden inside the bones, bone marrow. A dense, buttery substance packed inside the long bones of large animals. And it wasn't just food, it was the single most calorie-dense resource available in the Ice Age. More energy per gram than protein, more energy per gram than carbohydrates. Bone marrow was liquid gold in a world where every calorie meant the difference between life and death. But here's what will blow your mind. In 2019, researchers from Tel Aviv University made a discovery at Qesem Cave in Israel that stunned the scientific world. Humans 400,000 years ago were storing animal bones with skin attached, keeping them for up to 9 weeks, then cracking them open to eat the preserved marrow. 400,000 years ago, these weren't mindless cavemen. They had invented food storage bones as natural cans. The skin kept marrow sealed and fresh. When hunger struck weeks later, they peeled the dried skin, shattered the bone, and scooped out the marrow. Professor Ran Barkai from Tel Aviv University put it perfectly. The bones were used like canned soup, stored, sealed, preserved, and opened when needed. This means our ancestors had the foresight to plan for the future. They weren't just surviving day to day, they were thinking ahead. And that level of intelligence was not supposed to exist that far back in human history. But it did. The evidence is in the bones. Now here's where the story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. For over a century, the dominant image of Ice Age humans was the mighty hunter, a man with a spear, bringing down massive beasts, feeding his tribe on raw meat and blood. It's a powerful image, and it's dangerously incomplete. Recent archaeological discoveries have completely rewritten the menu. At Shanidar Cave in Iraq, scientists found starch residue on 70,000-year-old Neanderthal teeth, and it wasn't from meat. Wild grains, dates, legumes, some chemically altered by heat, meaning they were cooking plant food 70,000 years ago. At Franchthi Cave in Greece, charred food fragments from 13,000 years ago looked like bread, a thick porridge from ground seeds and wild pulses, and traces of wild mustard mixed in. Mustard as a seasoning 13,000 years ago. This wasn't survival eating. This was cooking with intention. The stereotype of the grunting caveman tearing into raw meat? Dead. These people were chefs. And the deeper scientists dig literally, the more plant-based the Ice Age diet appears. Isotopic analysis of human remains from multiple sites now shows that plants made up a far larger percentage of the diet than anyone previously believed. Roots, tubers, wild berries, pine nuts, grass seeds, all processed, ground, and often cooked. The Ice Age kitchen was far more sophisticated than we ever gave it credit for. But not everything on the Ice Age menu was this elegant. Some of it was genuinely horrifying, at least by modern standards. Let's talk about digesta. In 2023, a study from the University of Michigan proposed something that had been overlooked for decades. When Ice Age hunters killed a large herbivore, a bison, a deer, a mammoth, they didn't just eat the meat. They ate what was inside the animal's stomach. The partially digested plant matter, a warm fermented mash of grasses, seeds, and roots already broken down by the animal's digestive system. It sounds disgusting, but it was genius. In a frozen landscape where edible plants were buried under feet of snow, the stomach of a herbivore was the easiest way to access carbohydrates. The animal had already done the work. All the humans had to do was open the stomach and eat. And the math checks out. A single large bison, including digesta, could feed 25 adults for 3 days, no additional plant gathering required. This wasn't desperation. This was strategic resource extraction on a level we barely understand. Here's another myth that needs to die. The idea that before fire, humans ate everything raw, and after fire, they simply roasted meat over flames. The reality is far more complex and far more fascinating. Fire didn't just let humans cook. It let them unlock foods that were otherwise inedible. Raw tubers, roots, and wild grains contain compounds the human gut can't break down. Many are toxic raw, but heat transforms them, neutralizing toxins, releasing locked-away starches and sugars. Cooking didn't just make food taste better, it made poisonous foods safe. It doubled the available menu overnight. And grinding stones found at sites over 20,000 years old show humans were crushing seeds into flour-like powders long before agriculture. They made flatbreads and porridge in the Ice Age. Not for fun, but because processed foods released more calories, and every calorie counted. Fire and stone tools together created the first food revolution, and it happened tens of thousands of years before farming, before pottery, before civilization. In the freezing dark of the Pleistocene, humans engineered their own food supply. and that engineering is what kept us alive. But let's be honest, not every day ended with a full stomach. The Ice Age was defined by scarcity. Hunts failed, storms trapped people in caves for days, herds migrated away from camp. And in the deepest winters, when temperatures dropped to -50 and the sun barely rose, food could disappear entirely for weeks. So what happened when the food ran out? The human body has a built-in survival mechanism. When calories drop below a critical threshold, your metabolism slows, heart rate decreases, body temperature drops. You enter a state of semi-hibernation. Movement slows, thinking dulls, every non-essential function shuts down. Archaeological evidence shows Ice Age humans had remarkably thick bone walls and dense skeletal structures, signs of repeated feast and famine cycles. Growth arrest lines in children's teeth reveal severe malnutrition multiple times during childhood. They survived, but their bodies recorded every hungry winter like rings in a tree. And in the most extreme cases, when starvation pushed a group to the absolute edge, the archaeological record reveals something dark. Cut marks on human bones, cracked skulls, evidence of butchering that mirrors how animals were processed for meat. Cannibalism, not as a cultural practice, but as a last resort, a line crossed only when every other option had been exhausted. The Ice Age diet wasn't just about what humans ate when food was available. It was about what they were willing to eat when it wasn't. Here's the twist you didn't see coming. You're still eating Ice Age food every single day. That bone broth trending on social media? Ice Age humans invented the concept. Those nuts you snack on? Ancestors were cracking wild nuts 30,000 years ago. That sourdough bread everyone got obsessed with during lockdown? Grinding grain and fermenting dough existed 13,000 years ago. Even the modern paleo diet gets most of it wrong. Real Ice Age humans ate marrow, organ meats, fermented stomach contents, insects, bark, and whatever kept them alive. Their diet wasn't a lifestyle choice. It was war against extinction. And the fact that we're here, 8 billion of us, is proof that they won. Every innovation that defines humanity, fire, tools, language, cooperation, was born from hunger. The need to eat didn't just keep us alive, it made us intelligent. It forced us to think ahead, communicate, strategize under extreme pressure. The next time you open your fridge and stare at the shelves, remember that for 100,000 years, your ancestors woke up with no guarantee they would eat at all, and they figured it out every single time. That's the greatest story of human engineering ever told. And it started with a question as old as our species: what's for dinner? If this changed how you see the past, share it. Subscribe to Ages of Survival, because the past has more to teach us than we realize. Until next time.